Hello everyone, welcome to the latest TBU merch review. I am Dustin, and today I am bringing you a very unique review. If you are a longtime comic book collector, you probably have come across different ways of storing your comics. Lots of people have long boxes, some people have short boxes, but whatever your case is, you probably are storing your comics in a cardboard box of some sort. Personally, I've used short boxes. There is a short box housing unit that you can slide it into to make a drawer. You could stack these boxes up pretty high, and that's what I've been utilizing because they just don't take up as much space against the wall, depth-wise against the wall. However, there's also limitations on this. Obviously, the cardboard, as years progress, is going to wear out the more you open them. And one of the things I just came across is a thing made by the same exact people that you probably buy a lot of your comic book supplies from, which is from BCW. Now, this is a comic book bin. It is made of heavy-duty plastic. They are stackable just as the other ones, and they have the ability to hold up to 150 comic books. I found this to be a really unique thing, and I figured why not get one and share not only the build process, but also my thoughts on the actual device, the actual storage element itself, because this could be something that a lot of people could be interested in. So as you can see, the box itself, it shows the different elements that it actually features. You're probably not going to find these very often in local comic shops because they are a little bit pricey for something just to be sitting on, to have a bunch of them in stock. However, they're readily available on Amazon. Plug the affiliate link right here because we do have one in the description below, so please check that out if you are interested in purchasing this. It comes with just a couple of pieces of plastic that you have to snap together, and then there's an instruction sheet that explains exactly how to do it. Personally, I found it to be pretty easy to put together. The instruction sheet, you read it once, you can figure it out. I bought a number of these to replace some of my short box comic sleeves that I have, and I thought of this as a unique way to store my comics, a little bit better protected as well. So the actual pieces, you've got two long pieces, two short pieces, the bottom, and a divider. You can put the divider to the side right away. You're going to take one of the long pieces and you're immediately going to take this short piece and you're going to snap it in. Now, it's pretty foolproof as far as how you're going to be able to figure it out because the pieces themselves, the corners will point the direction that you have to go. So there's no way to misplace the pieces in the direction that they need to go. Now, one of the things that I've noticed, this is actually the third one I've put together, so I would suggest not tightening everything up right away because it's a little easier to get the bottom piece and some of the other pieces together once you put it. You're going to snap that first piece on, then you're going to take the other long piece and snap it on the opposite side of the short end. Then as you're doing that, you're probably going to think to yourself, wow, this is pretty durable. And we're going to get to the pros and cons at the end, but I will say that the assembly process is pretty straightforward. If you're familiar with short boxes, you have to fill the cardboard, you have to fold the cardboard, that is, unless you are buying them already built up from your comic shop. So it's very unlikely that you're going to be having anything different. It doesn't take any more time or less time than probably the cardboard comic boxes that are sold. You can see the bottom piece. This one's a little bit trickier to line up, but once you get it in, you snap in the sides, and then you're going to put on the top piece, which is in fact that last piece. Now you're going to want to leave it loose because you do have to line up the corners, but once you line up those corners, that piece that'll slide right in, and then you'll be set. Now, as I was saying, this is very simple to put together. It's not going to take you any more time than a general cardboard comic box, whether it be a short or a long box. They're pretty standard. Once you get this lined up and you're actually putting it and you're actually snapping it in place, what I would suggest is grabbing a rubber mallet or something that's not exact. You don't want to use a hammer. This is a rubber mallet that I had. You just pop those sides in to make sure that they are in fact completely in. So as you're going through, you're going to flip it. Continue to flip it the exact same direction every way and hit that corner, because the way the corners are actually put together, they're going to line up perfectly once you actually have them all in the right spot. So because of that, it's fairly simple to actually make sure that you set this up pretty well. After you get all of the corners in, you can see that all the bottom, we also are trying to make sure that those are snapped in well. And the main reason why you want to make sure that the pieces are all snapped in is because if you do choose to stack these, they are able to be stacked 6 high. You do want to make sure that it is in fact durable, because those plastic pieces, it is still plastic, so you're still going to run into issues if you have it not installed correctly. Here we have a divider. There's actually a couple different slots you could put the divider. The divider itself does not fluctuate within the box. There is a total of 4 slots that you can put it in. The top itself snaps together, and then there's an actual locking mechanism on it as well that you can easily slide it to make sure that it stays closed. That's not necessary. I don't find it necessary, but it is a nice little feature to ensure that the boxes just don't pop open by themselves. Perfect for moving. Now, as you can see, we're going to pop this open. We're actually going to take a look at some of the comics that you can actually put in to show you the size comparison of how they sit in there. Here we have some Detective Comics that are bagged and boarded. These are standard current comic book boards and bags, so you can see that you just slide them in and they hold in place. And that divider comes in handy if you don't have the box completely full, because it's going to keep them from moving back and forth, which is a huge benefit over the normal comic short boxes, because they don't have dividers unless you put a divider in, and it's not going to stay in place. So that's very handy to have that feature. Now, the other part that I was going to mention is the durability. The durability compared to some of the comic book sleeves is nowhere near, it's far superior to the cardboard. I mean, obviously a hard plastic is going to be. Now, the one con that I've had with this is that in order to access the box, you do in fact have to slide the entire box out, because it's unlike the sleeve. You can just slide it out and you can access it and then slide it right back in. This one, you do actually have to open it up. So that's one con, but it's not that big of a deal if you're not using the sleeves and you're normally using the actual comic boxes with the lids. It's going to be the same exact thing. With all of that being said, if you are interested in purchasing this item, please take a second to use the affiliate link in the video description that will take you directly to Amazon. There is options for you to purchase this as a single, or you can buy them as a 5-pack. You're going to get a better deal if you buy multiple of them at once. In addition to that, please check out thebatmanuniverse.net for all the latest news and editorials related to movies, television, video games, merchandise, fan culture, and the comics. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for all the latest news and announcements from the Batman universe. And with all of that being said, we appreciate your time, and we will see you guys in the next TBU merch review.